Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. One thing I think we all can agree on is that life's not the same anymore. And I don't know if it's ever going to be the same. And I'm not talking normal, I'm just talking in general. I think the one thing we're seeing now, almost a year into our pandemic, I know for us the last time we ate in a restaurant, it was actually, sitting in a restaurant, was March 13th of 2020. Here we are almost a year later, and we're doing takeout every now and again, going through a drive-through every now and again, but for the most part staying home. Every now and again a trip to the big box store, whether it's Walmart or Target or whatever it is, or a trip to the grocery store, but staying home for the most part. The Road Warriors, while I've been doing them, and some of course were pandemic style, just sitting in the car in the driveway before we were really asked to stay home, there's been no place to go. There's been nothing to do. So they're not the same in, I'm grabbing the camera and going on my way to something, on my way to a meeting, on my way to shopping, on my way a trip somewhere. They're not the same. Because literally now, for almost a year, every time I get in the car to do a Road Warrior, it's to drive up the highway and drive back. It's just driving around on the highway, and there's nothing else more to it. And that's not a bad thing. Our topics has been our topics, but it's almost like it's not the same in spirit, in feel. And I don't track these all the way back, these 300-400 plus episodes, but I feel it inside. I know you do too. We're all feeling something. A lot of people feeling fear and anxiety and stress, and there are mental health issues that many people are dealing with. I'm blessed. I don't think I have those things, but I don't know necessarily. That's the weird thing about all of this. We really don't know what we're going through because we've never been through it before. We don't know how life will be once again. We don't know how we'll be once again. And I think that's important to accept, to understand, to try to deal with. The fact is, it's not the same. It may never be the same. And we just need to adapt and adjust. It's not the survival of the fittest, but at the same time, it's the survival of those who can adapt to whatever it is. You know what? I may not be going in places with large crowds for a long, long time. I'll be leery, and I work in the music business. I'll be leery of going to concerts with a lot of people around. Again, because I trust my hygiene, I trust my masking capabilities, I trust my protocols, but there are a lot of people I don't know about theirs. There are some people to this day that have just been going about their lives and they're very blessed. Or I know a lot of people who've actually caught COVID and survived just fine. But I also know people who have caught COVID and struggled and suffered for 6 months or 8 months, or just not felt right, because life is never going to be the same for them either. It's a no win, no lose. Nobody knows what the heck to think, to feel, to do, or whatever. But it's not the same, and I think if we just all kind of, I don't want to say accept it, but if we all kind of come to grips with it, we'll get through this. I know we will. I see the end in sight. Back next week, end in sight for this Road Warrior too. Back next week, kevinmason.us, the home to all the Road Warrior videos. You can find us up on YouTube. You can also find us up on Facebook. Again, as we always say, love the fact that you're here. Always ask you to tell a friend. Not trying to sell you anything, just having about 5 minutes of fun, less than 5 minutes of fun each week. Thank you so much for coming by, and again, come on back again next week. Don't care where you watch. We truly just love the fact that you do. See you. Be safe. Take care of yourself.